In today's video, we're going to discuss about all of the Rust attachments and we're going to explain them. We're going to go over sites, underbarrels, magazines, barrels, and also internal mods. So let's get started. So firstly, let's start off with the sites. And the first one we have is the simple handmade site. Now basically what we're going to explain in this video is how to get it, how to craft it, and what it is for. So basically the simple handmade site is a makeshift alternative to a weapons iron sight. Now this can be dropped by heavy scientists, elite tier crates, and also underwater lab elite crates. In order to craft this, you would need workbench level 1 or an engineering workbench, and all you need is just 6 high quality metal. Now this is used for a lot of guns. That includes obviously assault rifle, bolt, crossbow. Basically every single weapon can take the simple handmade sight. Next we have ourselves the holo sight. The holo sight is a craftable alternative to standard weapon iron sights as well. It does have a bright red holographic bullseye which also glows in the dark, making it the best scope for nighttime PvP. Now this is also dropped by a lot of different methods that includes treasure box, locked crates, elite tier crates, underwater lab elite crates, military crates, wagon military crates, and all types of scientists. In order to craft this, you would need workbench level 2, 12 high quality metal, and tech trash. And this is also used basically on almost every single weapon. Now something that I recommend is that using a holo and a laser, this is one of the best combo for automatics. Next we have ourselves the 8x scope. Now the 8x scope is handcrafted telescope sight. When using this, you do get plus 50% recoil though. This is dropped by APC crates, locked crates, helicopter crates, elite tier crates, underwater lab elite crates, and also from heavy scientists. In order to craft this, you would need workbench level 3 and 50 HQM. And this is also used for a bunch of different weapons. And the final sight that we have is the 16x scope. When using this scope as well, you will get plus 50% recoil, and this is also dropped by APC crates, locked crates, helicopter crates, underwater lab elite crates, elite tier crates, and also heavy scientists. You can also shop this from the black market for 300 scrap, and is also used for a bunch of different guns. Something that I recommend, which is a really good combo, is that using an 8x scope and a laser for a bolty, and 16x scope and a laser for an L9. Next, let's go over to the underbarrels / magazine. So firstly, we have ourselves the flashlight. Now the flashlight can be dropped by a lot of different methods that includes all types of scientists crates, wagon crate, underwater lab blue crate, tunnel dwellers, and all types of scientists, and also from elite tier crates and sunken chests. In order to craft this, you would need to have yourself an engineering workbench or a workbench level 1, and all you need is just 3 high quality metal, and is also basically used for almost every single weapon. Next we have ourselves the laser sights. Now when using the laser sight, you do get minus 20% aim cone, minus 50% hip aim cone, and also 90% aim sway. The reduced hip spread and aim sway makes it much more useful for weapons at close and distant ranges alike. Now this is dropped by APC crates with 50% chance. You can also get this from locked crates, helicopter crates, elite tier crates, underwater lab elite crates, and also from scientists. In order to craft this, you need workbench level 3, tech trash, and 3 high quality metal. And this is basically used for all weapons as well. The final weapon we have ourselves is for the extended mag. Now extended magazines, basically what they do is that they give you 25% more ammunition capacity. Now this is dropped by a lot of different methods as well. It's dropped by APC crates with 50% chance, helicopter crates, treasure boxes, locked crates, underwater lab elite crates, elite tier crates, scientists, and heavy scientists. In order to craft this, you would need workbench level 2 and 10 high quality metal, and is also used for a bunch of different guns, including a bunch of SMGs, shotguns, and pistols, and also rifles. Next, let's go over to the barrels, where we have ourselves 3 barrels. And the first one we'll talk about is the muzzle boost. Now the muzzle boosts increasing the firing speed of weapons, but your accuracy may be slightly worse. Now this is ideal for close ranged combat with fully automatic firearms like the assault rifle or the custom SMG. When you use this, your rate of fire is up by 10%, your aim cone is also up by 0.15 degrees, and hip aim cone with 0.5 degrees. Now this is dropped by a lot of different methods that includes treasure boxes, locked crates, elite tier crates, underwater lab crates, wagon military crates, normal scientists, and also heavy scientists. In order to craft this, you would need workbench level 2 and 10 high quality metal, and is also used for a bunch of different weapons as well. Next we have ourselves the muzzle brake, which I recommend that you do not use this. The muzzle brake is a barrel attachment used to reduce recoil with the cost of weapon damage. It is very effective for recoils that is hard to control like the assault rifle, but the muzzle brake will drastically decrease the velocity of the bullets. When you attach this, you will get minus 15% damage, plus 0.5 degree aim cone, plus 2 degrees hip aim cone, minus 50% recoil, and minus 100% aim sway. Now this is also dropped by a lot of different methods that includes treasure boxes, locked crates, underwater lab elite crates, elite tier crates, wagon military crates, underwater crates, scientists, and also heavy scientists, and this can be used for a lot of different weapons. The final barrel we have ourselves is the silencer. Silencer obviously does silence your bullets, but it also decreases your damage and velocity by 25%. It's dropped by a lot of different methods as well, such as Underwater Lab, Heavy Scientists, Elite Tier Crates, Sunken Chests, and all types of normal scientists as well. In order to craft this, you would need 5 HQM, Engineering Workbench 1 or Workbench Level 1. And this is used for a bunch of different weapons as well. Next, we have ourselves internal mods. And the first one we're going to talk about is Gas Compression Overdrive. Now, the Gas Compression Overdrive can be used with Burst Module. They will swap each other out. Now, the Burst Module is the other internal mod which we will talk about after. So, the Gas Compression Overdrive is the internal weapon mod which compresses and directs gases used for cycling the weapon to the barrel, effectively increasing projectile velocity and damage at the expense of cycle rate. So, basically what this does is that it increases damage and velocity, but it decreases the rate of fire. So with damage it decreases by 20% and velocity by 30% and recoil also by 10%. And as for rate of fire, it decreases by 20%. Now this is also dropped by a lot of different methods, including treasure boxes, locked crates, scientists, heavy scientists, underwater lab elite crates, military crates, and wagon military crates. In order to craft this, you just need 10 HQM and workbench level 2. And this is used for custom SMG, handmade SMG, M39 rifle, M92 pistol, SKS semi-automatic pistol, semi-automatic rifle, and Thompson. And the final attachment we have is the Burst Module. The Burst Module basically forces the weapon to fire in 3-round bursts. When you attach this, you will get plus 30% rate of fire, minus 35% aim cone, minus 35% hip aim cone, and minus 35% recoil. In order to get this, you can get it from APC crates or from helicopter crates. And from the APC crates, you will get 50% chance. Now, this is basically used for custom SMG, handmade SMG, M39 rifle, M92, SKS, semi-automatic pistol, semi-automatic rifle, and also Thompson. And that is basically it for this video. I really hope that you guys did learn something. Let me know which is your favorite attachment, and let me know your favorite combos as well. Also, make sure to check out RustyRev. They will be in the description below. Make sure to join the Discord and make sure to play on the servers as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!